Barbara Feldman of wordher.com, and in this bonus video I'm going to show you 3 kinds of mixed content and how I track them down using Chrome DevTools. What you're looking at now is the page displayed in HTTP. So you see the font awesome, which are these 2 heart icons. You see an image of a kitty, and if we scroll down, click to see my kitty, you see another kitty appear. I'm going to describe each of these in more detail as we go through, but the first step is that now I'm going to call this page using the HTTPS protocol. First thing we notice is that Chrome gives us a visual signal that this page is not secure. It's being called over HTTPS, but it obviously has some errors, because if it didn't have any errors, this is what the URL address bar would look like in Chrome. Now that we're looking at the page in HTTPS, I'm going to call up Chrome DevTools. You can do that either with the keyboard shortcut Control-Shift-I, or go backwards. You can click on the drop down, more tools, developer tools. Okay, sometimes I just can't remember keyboard shortcuts, so there's a way that you can find it through the Chrome menu. So what you see now on half of the screen is the Chrome DevTools console. You can pop this out. It can be its own window, but because I have limited space here, we're sharing space here with the website and Chrome DevTools. This has got a lot of information on it, and it can be overwhelming. What we're going to focus on today is the console. The console is the bottom half or bottom third of the page. The first thing I want to show you is the security tab. And when you go into security the first time, well, first of all, it tells you it's not secure, but it's asking you to reload to view details. So we're going to reload the page in Chrome, and we're going to get some really important information right off the bat. It tells us that our main origin is secure. There is a valid certificate on dearbarbara.com, okay? And it's creating a secure connection. However, oh, here's our word. Phrase of the day, mixed content. It's telling us that there are 2 URLs where we are loading information from via HTTP. You can actually see the call as our website is making it. On the other hand, we've got good news, and there are 3 sites that we are calling correctly with the HTTPS. Okay, so these are our origins, and it will list everything. And now let's go down and look at the errors and warnings that are in our console. The errors are in red with the red X, and the warnings are with the yellow triangle. Number 1 is the missing awesome fonts style sheet. A style sheet, a JavaScript, all of these are going to create active mixed content errors. And active mixed content errors are caused by page-wide mistakes, if you will. The error in red, mixed content, tells us that this is an active mixed content error, and that Chrome is not going to load whatever it is you're looking for, whether a style sheet, as it is in this case, or it could be JavaScript or some other page-wide resource. The request has been blocked. The content must be served over HTTPS. So what this means is that this style sheet that gives us the font awesome icons hasn't been loaded. So you look here, you do not see the 2 hearts. Instead of I heart heart font awesome, we just have I font awesome. Okay, so this is an example of active mixed content. We go back here again. You'll notice that it gives us the URL of the page we're looking at. Okay, we already knew that. And then it gives you a line number on the index page of this URL on line 42, and we're going to click on it, and now we see line 42. We are calling a style sheet, and whoops, we're calling it without HTTPS. This is our font awesome style sheet that we are loading off of max CDN. Okay, so it tells us right away where the error is. This is one of the reasons why Chrome DevTools is such an awesome tool. Okay, now example number 2. This is an example of passive mixed content. It's telling us that this image is insecure. It gives us the URL of this image, and we can see quite plainly that it's HTTP. But the browser chose to load it anyway. This type of content, passive mixed content, is much less threatening to the security of your page. However, some people won't see this kind of passive mixed content in their browser because they have changed their browser settings not to see it. So this is a setting that you as an individual user can make a decision, do I want to see those insecure images or not? In my case, I am using Chrome in its default configuration, which is to show this image. Now we're going to move down the page and we are going to take a look at example number 3. Here we go. Click my kitty. And here is my kitty. His name is Luca. Isn't he adorable? And now we see we've got a third passive mixed content error here. It's telling us that our page is requesting an insecure image. And notice this image, okay, HTTP, is being called from another website. How is this done? I wrote a little JavaScript call that would call this image from another website. Okay, so you are probably not going to install this JavaScript on your site. I don't know, maybe you like kitties as much as I do, but there are many JavaScripts that you are installing from other sites, and I wanted to show you something here. So here we have Chrome DevTools showing us exactly what is insecure. But if we were to look at our source, and we would go looking for that image by looking for HTTP calls on the page, it's only finding one, and that was the font awesome that we already spoke about. So that JavaScript is being called from the site Barbara Feldman. This was what I wanted to show you. So here we are on our demonstration site, dearbarbara.com, and we are calling a third-party JavaScript, and we are calling it over HTTPS. Just because we call it over HTTPS does not guarantee in any way, shape, or form that the content of that JavaScript is all HTTPS. I can click on it and it will bring the source up in a different window. And here we see, now this is a third-party site. This could be, Google or some font developer or whoever it is you're calling. Here is the variable for the image that we are loading, and you notice it's in HTTP. So this was the third example I wanted to show you, that just because you're calling everything from your site, you're doing all the right things. It doesn't mean that everything that you're adding to your site from third parties, that even inside that script or style sheet or whatever it is, might still be mixed content. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you about Chrome DevTools. I hope you found it incredibly useful. Until next time, thank you.